What is going on to all you listeners tuning into the Say It Out Loud Sports Podcast? It's been a couple weeks.
Yes, it has.
We got a fun show. All the Super Bowl vibes going in.
Christmas week, guys.
Yeah. We'll start the show with our favorite prop bets we could find for this weekend's games. We'll give our picks. Then we'll get to our thoughts on the AFC, NFC title game. I don't want to lead it with that because people already listen to a ton of podcasts probably about that, but we definitely are going to give our thoughts on that. And then we'll get into the UFC card a little bit, and then who knows after that. I got Bob and Pete, like I said. Next week we'll do NBA. So that's exciting. I know Pete's pumped for that.
Dude, All-Star?
NBA guy.
All-Star break?
All-Star weekend. We'll give our picks out for that next week, so tune in, and then we'll talk about all the trade deadline stuff. But speaking of last weekend, what a shit show weekend for, Chiefs and 49ers fans.
Ooh, that's a stinger.
Definitely you could have
Chiefs fans got to be just in tears.
You could have canceled me last week, and I drank way too much tequila. My wife canceled me for 2 days after the game.
Oh, you don't remember calling me?
Nope.
You called me twice. I called you.
I do. Yeah, I do. I do remember.
Were you crying?
No. But I was trying to go out after. I don't know what I was doing.
You called me twice, yeah.
Yeah, my wife canceled me for a couple days. Speaking of canceled,
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan? Should we talk about that for a quick second?
God, dude, this fool's beating the cancel culture to death right now.
I mean, I'm not going to get into the video. Obviously, that was a hit piece targeted at him. Obviously, it's not okay. But I just don't get the people that are freaking out, trying to, does Joe Rogan affect your daily life that much where you have to, go after him?
He pushes an agenda that doesn't match theirs, and he has more more followers than any Fox or CNN show ever.
Yeah, it's all political. If you had a problem with him saying, whatever, over the past 12 years, you would think you would come after him sooner than now.
Yeah, and what's crazy is Joe Rogan just brings on guys that have information, and then he just talks back and forth, and he's not the guy that divulges.
He doesn't send this information out as
his
fact.
opinion. No, exactly.
It's opinion-based.
It's all opinion-based.
Yeah.
So what are we trying to cancel him for? I mean, I understand, obviously, the use of that word and everything else, but, come on, guys.
No, they're attacking him. It's political-driven.
Right.
The opinion thing, that's what I don't get. It's his thought. You can say whatever you want, and people can believe it or not believe it.
Exactly.
You can't. I just don't get it.
He has people from all walks of life on his show.
Yeah.
Like Neil Young,
and
all of a
working
sudden,
for him.
Neil Young all of a sudden has an issue with Joe Rogan.
What's crazy? I don't even know.
Neil Young didn't have an issue sharing a platform with R. Kelly, though.
I don't even know who Neil Young is.
Exactly.
I was like, that guy sings? I probably know his song, maybe if it came on.
You probably know a couple songs. I can't sing.
But I just don't get, man. Do you go to bed every night and toss and turn because Joe Rogan bothers you?
He's got a Joe Rogan pillow he's punching before he goes to bed, or what?
I toss and turn every night that Joe Biden is the president. Yeah. I'm not going to lie.
It scares me.
All right. I just don't get, man. People put all these celebrities on some pedestal and, worship them and, everything they say is gospel. It's insane to me. What he does doesn't affect what I do.
Anybody.
It's wild. All right, before we get into the prop bets, I want to let everyone know that BetUS is the newest sponsor of the Off the Ball Network, fastest payouts in the industry, and they offer a 125% sign-up bonus when you use promo code OffTheBall in all caps. That's deposit $100, you get $125 in free play. Head over to BetUS and sign up today. And of course, shoot over to OffTheBallNetwork.com. Those guys are crazy. They put out content day after day. I'm talking we do once a week, once every 2 weeks. These guys are putting out every day. It's a grind. I don't know how they do it. And it's a lot of NBA stuff, which I haven't been following. I mean, I follow it, but we haven't talked about it.
Right.
But go follow them. I mean, Jeff, Mo, Chris, the Hoopers, and everybody else over there doing great content. So offtheballnetwork.com. All right, let's get into Super Bowl props, though. This is easily, the props are the key to the Super Bowl. I mean, not the key, but the game's going to be great, especially if your team's not in it. It's just a fun way to get.
Yeah, you can get anybody involved in the prop bets. Like the coin toss, over under on the national anthem. I mean, there's tons of them. There's 35 pages.
Oh yeah, my mom every year, we already talked about what she's betting. She wants to throw in some parlays and bets on props, but she's lucky. I'll probably tailor.
Of course. She usually does pretty well.
Yeah, she won squares a couple times. It's wild. So
does she have a list yet?
No, I got to send her that list. See if she likes anything. I'll probably do it on BetUS, but for mine. Let's just go around the horn. I mean, I guess I have 7 or 8, so I'll start, I guess. The first one I got, will Evan McPherson make a field goal in quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4?
All 4 he's got to make one in?
All 4 are plus money.
So you bet all 4?
So bet all 4, and as long as he hits 2, he hits 1 and 2 quarters, so if it's the first and the third, you make money. You can't lose.
Right.
And if
he's not going to miss.
If you go like 3 out of 4, then you're making a little bit more.
If he hits one in each quarter.
And then the second and third quarter are both plus 220, and the first and the fourth are plus 105 and plus 160. So if you bet all 4, throw whatever.
You're making money.
Throw $10 on every quarter. If he hits
one in every quarter, dude, happy birthday.
Yeah, then you're golden. But if you can hit at least 2 out of the 4, you're good. So I think that's a good start.
We all know he's not going to miss. So
yeah, that guy's cold blooded. So
yeah.
And then my next one is kind of I'll give 2 since I'm on the topic of him. I think MVP. No kicker's ever won MVP, right?
Let's be real. Let's be real. This. You don't play enough plays to win MVP.
Think about this.
It doesn't matter.
Who'd they play?
Give me a scenario that he wins it.
He has fucking 9 field goals.
He kicks 4 field goals.
Doesn't win.
Who'd they beat?
2 from 50 plus.
They beat the Raiders, right? 23-16. He had 4. I think he had 4 field goals in that game.
He's not winning MVP.
Game, couple 50-yarders. 201. Throw 5 on him.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Say it's a grinded out game. Say it's 12-9. Like I could see this. I could see every scenario playing out in this game.
I like
Bengals move the ball. Rams defense is stout. They get stops. Yeah. I'm just saying. Obviously, it's a long shot. I don't expect
it to happen.
Both
teams are going to put points on the board.
I think it's going to be a shootout.
I think a lot of people do. So that's kind of worrisome. Evan McPherson, 5 field goals, 15-14 final score.
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
It's just Matt,
all right, that's not
Matt
my official
Gay versus McPherson.
Yeah, I'd take McPherson in that all day. All right, what do you got? What's your?
I have an MVP pick too. I like Jamar Chase at 16-1. I think if this is going to be a shootout, he's going to have a big part of it. A couple of touchdowns on Ramsey. If you catch a couple touchdowns on Ramsey in the same game, probably win an MVP.
16-1. Isn't what's his face? Aaron Donald 16-1 or 20-1?
Yeah, I think 16 or 20, somewhere in there.
I mean, I'm rooting for the Bengals, obviously, but I think if there are any holes in that offensive line, like everybody's saying, I think Aaron Donald's going to be the guy that gets to him. Either that or Von Miller, again, like we talked about earlier off the pod. But no, I can see Aaron Donald kind of sneaking in there, maybe getting some sacks and some big hits, maybe, squeak in there and get a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I read earlier, I think those.
Did Von Miller win it?
Yeah, he won it in Denver. God, that's why we were talking about that before you got here. I think against Carolina.
His first play, he had a strip sack, right?
I don't know about the first play, but yeah, early on.
It was a safety.
That was a strip sack fumble, I think, or was it? No, it was a touchdown.
It was a
touchdown against Cam Newton. But yeah, Von Miller, I think, is 80-1. But I think the 2 most popular bets I read earlier was McPherson and Donald. Everybody loves McPherson. That's why
he's 200. He's got to be the most popular kicker right now.
Yeah, so
he's a savage.
And then we talked about, like you just said, Miller. I think that's a good bet. If you bet Donald, why not sprinkle a little on Miller also,
right,
in case they double team, triple team Donald. Miller's been playing good too, and he has, he's a veteran that can get the job done. All right, next one I got. These are all from the Superbook. I have one from Bet US that I'm going to share later. It goes along with my game prediction though. But this one, Matt Stafford touchdown passes versus the number of rounds in the Adesanya-Whitaker fight this weekend.
That's going 5.
Well, the first one only went 2. And you're getting 2.5. You're getting 2. So rounds of Adesanya-Whitaker is minus 2.5. So say it goes 5.
He's got to throw 4 touchdowns.
3. You get 2.5.
You got to throw 3.
So he's got to throw 3 if it goes the distance. The first time they fought, it went 2 rounds. Adesanya knocked Whitaker out in the second round. And that would be, you automatically win. You wouldn't even have to throw a touchdown if it ends in the first or second round. So even if that fight, because that fight's Saturday night, so even if that fight goes the distance.
Even if Whitaker wins.
No matter who wins, if it goes 5, then you're stuck with 3. The most you would need is 3. But if it ends in.
If he throws 3, it's an automatic win. If they
end in 1, 2, or 3, all you need is 1.
Or if it ends in 1, 2, you win.
Yeah, so I think that's
kind of a good bet.
It's minus 110. I think it's a good value because then you're not dead no matter what. Like it's not like he has to outperform the whole thing. I feel like that's like my favorite bet. It is minus 110, so it's even money bet pretty much. So I think that's like the best bet that I actually saw on the sheet of the 35-page sheet at the Vegas Superbook. I wouldn't be surprised if they take that down. I think it's just massive value. As I can see Stafford throwing 3 regardless.
Right.
But then, like I said, if it goes like the first fight, you won before the game's even started.
Exactly.
So that's my favorite.
Let's just stay on the topic of Matthew Stafford. And will he throw an interception? I'm going to go out on a whim and say yes, he throws an interception.
Go out on a limb or a whim?
Whim.
Isn't it going on a limb?
No, a limb, yeah. You take a chance going on the limb because
What's the whim?
I've never heard that.
I've heard no.
It's a limb.
The whim's a thing.
Google
It's
it.
called
It's
going
not
out on a limb.
A limb, like you're going to
Because you're
swim.
risking the limb breaking and
bro.
falling.
Google it. You
It's
have
not
it right
a whim.
there.
It's going
whim.
out on a limb here because you're going out on the limb. You're going to
Yeah.
fall.
No.
You have a chance
No.
of falling.
It's
Yeah.
whim.
No, it's not.
What's whim?
I'm looking it
I
up
will-
right now.
I
We're
will
so
bet
dumb
you
right now.
guys
People are
right
losing
now. I will bet you guys right now it's whim.
I'll bet you.
I'll
Whatever
bet you right
want.
now because you're going to be whimpering when we win right now.
Okay, what do you guys want to bet?
I don't
This
know.
is on the air.
It's all going out on a limb.
Yeah, 100.
No.
It's 100.
Yeah, it's like
what are
if
you,
you
a
go-
cat?
Yes, that's the same thing,
Yes,
bro.
dude,
They
it's
take a
limb.
risk of falling.
Pizza, you're getting shredded.
Yeah,
This
no,
is,
I'm
this
not.
Is this is bad for you right now.
Absolutely not.
Going out on a limb.
So there's also on a whim, based on a sudden impulsive urge, desire, or idea.
I've got a desire that Matthew Stafford throws an interception.
I got an impulse.
The phrase "go out on a limb" means to take a risk. It's the same. I guess they're both.
It's the
They're
same
both
thing,
valid.
right?
You're so lucky.
It's
But
a
the
push.
saying is
It's
definitely
a
going
push.
out on a limb.
It's a
No,
push.
yeah, if you're a cat.
Okay, whatever.
Cats talking?
All right, so you're gonna
Or
go
are we
out.
gonna-
I'm
Freaking Wizard of
gonna
Oz?
say
Going out on a whim.
I'm gonna get my little cat claws out there and go out on a limb and say Matt Stafford throws a pick.
Okay, yeah. You threw one last week. It was unfortunate. It was tipped, but still, those count. Count the same. What do you got?
My next favorite one right here.
What was the odds on that one? Was it minus 110?
If you say he does throw a pick, minus 130. If you say no, it's plus 110.
So you're getting minus 130.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my next favorite one. Will Matt Gay miss at least one field goal? Yes, plays plus 300.
Yeah, I have that one.
It's 100%. This guy hasn't been good for 6 weeks.
5. He's missed 3. He's missed field goal in 3 out of his last 5.
Yeah, this fool's missing a field goal.
I have. That's one.
You
I
got
have.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
have the
love
same-
that
I have
one.
the same one.
Plus 300 to miss a field goal?
Yeah.
I hope Sean McVay sends him out
I
there
like
for like a
that's-
59-yarder to end the half.
He missed. He was short on a 47-yarder
Exactly.
in Tampa.
And he missed 2 extra points, both wide right.
Yeah, like I said, like the 3-1 is definitely worth the play.
Oh,
especially
you
the
gotta
way-
bet it.
Especially the way he's been kicking, and then all
He's
the
been
pressure of the Super
brutal.
Bowl, like
Right. Super Bowl pressure.
or at the end of a half, like you said, if
McVay
they
sends him
wheel
out for like a 59-yarder with
he's
4
gonna
seconds
he's
left.
gonna jelly leg one for sure.
Yeah, I like that one. I have that one written down.
You
as
got
well.
that one? I like
Yeah.
that one a lot.
All right, my next one's another cross sport parlay or cross sport bet. Total points in the second quarter for both teams. So 10 to 17 is kind of the area they've been at. Versus Tyrese Maxey points scored the day before. They play Cleveland. His last 4 games, he's scored 16, 18, 22, and 33.
Ooh.
So if he drops 20, 21, like even if the score's 14, he covers all those.
So you're taking Tyrese Maxey.
I'm taking Tyrese Maxey minus 110 to score more points versus the Cavs the day before than the game Rams Bengals second quarter total points. Because the total, what if it's 0?
Yeah.
He just needs a bucket. Because last week, the Rams 49er game was 0-0 after 1.
That's amazing.
So I think
really
it's
I
a
don't
bet.
see that happening this
I don't. No, I could see it being like 7-7
Right.
just in that quarter.
Or like 10-3
even 30, anywhere under 17. I think I'm live.
at the first half, 17.
No, just the second quarter,
Oh.
not the whole half. Just the second quarter.
Scoring 17 in the second quarter.
All right, my next, I got two kind of combined right here. I'm going to go Tyler Boyd over 3.5 receptions. He's 13 for 19. 13 out of his 19 games this season, he's hit 4, at least 4. 6 out of his last 8, he's hit at least 4. Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase. Tyler Boyd's working the middle of the field.
T. Higgins is going to have a
100% lock that in.
T. Higgins. And then I also have Boyd to score a touchdown for the same reasons at plus 330. I think Boyd, I'm going to ride Boyd.
those.
I like Boyd a lot because he gets those short passes. I guarantee. I feel like that's a pretty good bet. It is minus 140. I think that's my juiciest bet, like the most juice I had to pay on a bet. But I like that, and then sprinkle it on the touchdown for Boyd also.
I got this. This is my other one. This is the only other one I like a lot. Will there be a successful 2-point conversion? Yes is plus 240. We're going to bet no at plus 280.
You like to know?
Yeah. I don't see anybody going for
The
2.
only way
Nobody's going for 2.
Nah, I don't see it.
I feel like the only way they're going to go for 2 is if they obviously miss an extra point.
If they
Matt Gay.
or if it's like a 16-point game or 15-point game with 5 minutes to play.
Well, yeah.
That's the only way it's going to happen. I don't see that happening either. So
Is it they have to convert it, or will it be an attempt?
no, successful.
Oh, okay. So even if they go, they don't have
So
to.
even if they get to it, you still have a chance to win by them not converting.
Okay.
I like to know.
Minus 280. You got any other, Pete?
Yeah, actually, last year I was looking at the Tom Brady one, his first rushing attempt. It was at like plus a yard and a half.
Well, was that for the game total, though?
It was for the game
His
total.
rushing yards for the game total was like 3.
So this one, I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. He's going to scamper loose. And he's going to get on
Right
his
up the
first
middle?
carry over 3.5 yards.
Von Miller and Aaron Donald over pursuing. He just takes off
Yep.
right up the middle.
See ya.
Yeah.
Over
I think
3.5 yards.
Yeah, we talked
He's
about
going to
that
pick
also.
up 8
I feel like him
and a first down.
I feel like
Well, dude, last
can
week
move.
he picked up like 25 on one drive. He had 2 like 12 or 15-yard runs.
Yeah, I think he can move. Like I wouldn't bet the same one with Stafford. I feel like he doesn't move as well.
No, he's not going to really get outside and get loose.
But Burrow, like Mahomes, when Mahomes gets out, he gets the one game against Bills.
He's got
I think he had
wheels.
5
that
for
one
80.
drive, he had 40.
Yeah, so I like the Burrow over in that one as
And
well.
Burrow will get loose.
Is that one minus 110?
I don't know. I
Or
didn't
it's
write that
close.
one down. Yeah, something like
I
that.
like that one. All right, well that's all. I got one more, but that's for the game prediction.
Yeah,
Are we
we'll
ready to
save
get
that. We'll save that.
Oh,
one.
if you have lots of money, no team is going to score more than 4 times in a row.
That's like
No
minus
chance.
300.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Four unanswered scores.
So if you got a big wad.
Will a team score 4 straight times?
Yeah,
Correct.
no is minus
No.
300. I feel like it's a better bet than the minus 280 on the 2-point conversion. Actually,
No.
4 times in a
Scored
row,
4 times in a row.
nobody's scoring. 4 times in a row.
Your same team has to score 4
Yeah,
straight.
that's what I'm saying.
That's not happening.
If you say no,
It's not
it's
happening
minus. If you
at
say
all.
no, it's minus 300 to get that bet.
Oh, yeah. It's about the same, man. That's not a bad bet.
All right. Anybody else got any more?
No, that's all the prep.
Oh, longest field goal. It's got to be over 46.5.
Well, Matt Gay can't get it there for 46.5, so it's got to be McPherson.
McPherson.
Yeah, he's going to kick at least a 50.
That dude kicks 52 yarders like they're the old extra points from 22. So
Yeah, I feel like they're going to attempt a few from around that range.
yeah.
47
into
to
halves,
50.
into
Control,
halves.
Or even
controlled,
just 'cause the
controlled
defenses-
environment in LA. They'll be good.
Defenses have been playing well.
What if
Obviously
the
Rams.
game comes? What if the Bengals are like down 2 and it comes down to like a 62 yarder by McPherson to win it?
Then he wins MVP and I cash money.
Do you think he nails that thing? I think it's cash.
62? Probably.
Cash, dude. Hits the net
All right,
from
let's
62.
let's get into the game predictions.
Okay.
You want to
Go ahead,
first?
break it open.
All right,
Mine's gonna be a little aggressive.
I have a prop bet that involves the game prediction.
Are you doing what I did last year with the Bucks with the
doing-
alternate point
No,
spreads?
I'm doing exact score.
Okay, yeah.
It's 165 to 1 odds. 30 to 27 final score.
3-point game.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Bengals money line.
Yeah, I think Bengals win 30 to 20. That's what I'm going with. I'm not this game. I don't care who
Are they
going
going to win it in the fourth quarter? Or are they going to be down going into the fourth?
I think McPherson kicks a game winner. It's 27-27, and he gets his game winner. No, this is just not saying he's going to win MVP.
This fucking guy makes this shit up in his head.
Well, no. What I want to say before anybody goes,
Last night when he's laying in bed, started sleeping, he was just thinking of these scenarios. He's twiddling his thumbs, dude. And what am I going to
He wore his old cleats to bed.
nah,
Like
this
in the
game,
Little Giants, turf still stuck in them.
listen, my team lost.
Niners helmet on.
My team lost, so I'm going to go full bore with the team I'm rooting for. I'm going for the Bengals.
love
I
it.
can't root for the
Everybody's going
Rams.
for the Bengals.
Okay, I don't know what's going to happen. If you say you know what's going to happen, I think you're nuts because both these teams are kind of
Unless you're the dude
they're
from the
pretty equal.
Simpsons.
So it could be 12-6. I could see it could be 35-20. It could be a Rams block. It could be a Bengals block. I think anything is possible. So I'm just going to go with what I want to watch.
Right.
And I want a high-scoring game, 3-point win for the Bengals. McPherson walks it off with like a 55-yarder, his third field goal of the game, and the Bengals win. Joey Burrow wins the game.
Joey
I
B.
love it.
All right,
I
Bob.
love it.
31-28 Bengals.
So you're gonna go 1 point different on me.
Matt Stafford. That's a whole different. That's a
You
whole
guys are
different
really
game.
going
though.
out on a damn limb here.
No, that's a whole different ball game though. That's a different scoring situation the whole way
Okay.
through. But
Let's hear it.
Matt Stafford turns it over to end the game. Throws a pick.
And that's where I celebrate because he's
Yep.
throwing an interception.
That's where we hit the prop bets.
I love it.
The Bengals cover, win the money line. We hit our prop. Joey Burrow wins MVP.
I love
Nobody makes any money there because he's like 5-2.
I'm going to say that it's 24-20 Bengals.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
low.
go
You
with
hitting the
I'm gonna-
under?
Yeah, I'm going to hit the under on this one. I'm going to go 24-20. I think it's going to be kind of a grinded out game. I think there are going to be a lot of field goals. I don't know. I just feel like Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, like that Rams defense is going to create some chaos for the Bengals. But I still feel like the Bengals come out victorious. Joe Burrow.
Joe Cool,
He's
baby.
too cool, man.
Joe Cool.
I'm really rooting for him. So, 24-20. That's my final score and prediction.
So we're unanimous on the Bengals. That's kind of scary, but
Let's go.
Triple lock.
I think we all picked the Rams.
Should we go ahead and hit the reverse point spreads? Remember I hit the Bucks one minus 10.5?
Yeah,
I was going bananas.
we did well last year.
I did
Last year was a good
great.
time.
I
All right,
had 2 Bucks tickets.
I think we said the Bucks. Everybody did.
Everybody
last year.
took the Bucks. I had 2 Bucks tickets.
preseason.
Yeah,
We all picked the Tom Brady preseason.
yeah.
Well,
I did.
On fire.
And then I had 2 Bucks tickets from the
Everybody
fantasy
better
football
tune
league.
in. Guess what?
And I
Bengals
had
win.
the Bucks reverse. I hit the alternate point spread minus 10.5.
We don't miss Super Bowls around this.
Or 15. Was it
these
15
parts.
and a half?
No, it was 10.
Was it 10 and a half?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like plus 800.
All right, let's get into the
I bet 8.
All right, so there you go. There's the
I bet
Super
50.
Bowl. Let's get into. We got to talk about the 2 conference title games. Like what two collapses that will be remembered by Niners and Chiefs fans forever. Jimmy G, the haters ate it up. Mahomes,
Well, if Hasty could catch, I mean, it's different. But
the Mahomes haters ate it up, which I happened to be on the Chiefs, so that I did not.
they have no excuse, bro. They blew
Was it 20?
Stafford doubters and
18-point lead this time. And that same month, they got beat by the Bengals in Arrowhead, and they blew a 24-point lead.
Same thing.
Joe Burrow went into Arrowhead twice in the same month and came back from 18 and 20 plus
Well, let's be clear.
to beat Mahomes.
Joe Burrow was not the reason they won that game.
No, it was their
What, the
defense.
second one? The defense
playoff
played
game.
great.
The defense won that game.
That's fine.
Burrow
Mahomes
played
second half, you know who won him the game was Mahomes second half.
Well, that defense.
It looked like
Bengals defense.
It looked like Jackson Mahomes playing quarterback in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, mostly
Quarterback rating of 4. Come
When
on.
you watch the first half, it was mostly domination. Obviously, the Bengals scored.
Mahomes better donate
with
half his contract back after that performance.
With the minute left, the Bengals get in the end zone to make it a respectable 21-10 game. Yep. Chiefs drive all the way down the field, get to the 5. That's when the turning point happened, when they went for the when they went for it with 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
And
Instead of
Tyreek Hill
kicking a
got
field goal?
No, I don't mind the decision to run another play, but you can't throw it short of the You have to throw it into the end zone.
Right. It has to be in the end zone or it has to be out of bounds.
And that's on Mahomes. That's on Andy Reid because I liked them going for it. They had plenty of time.
That's Mahomes trying to force it be great.
Throw it, snap it,
Yeah.
throw a fade to Kelsey or get out quick, and you have 1 second left, kick the field goal. Because that immediately you get the ball coming out of halftime up 14 instead of 11. Yeah. Obviously, looking back, that's that was
wouldn't
the
have mattered.
of the game.
But
what do you mean?
Wouldn't have mattered. Joe Burrow was coming back either way.
You mean the Bengals defense?
Joe Burrow was leading to come back.
You're out. How?
How many points did he score?
The Bengals defense had 5 sacks in the fourth quarter.
That's
four sacks.
How many points did they score?
Without those plays,
I get the stops, but you still have to convert them into points.
What about overtime? Who stopped Patrick Mahomes?
That was a great defensive play.
I'm saying
who had the 3
Joe
plays
Burrow.
that put Evan McPherson in the field goal range?
Yeah, it was like
You
7.
still
It
have
was
to
like a
convert on
7-play
offense.
drive. That's what you're part of the
Still
thing
have to
where
convert. It's a team effort. The
No.
defense can't not score the entire game, and Joe Burrow not score and they win.
This is the problem. Everybody wants to give the credit to the quarterback.
That's how it works in the NFL. Have you not been here for the last 30 years?
No, that's how it works. But that's
Exactly.
not what happens.
He's got to go convert.
I give up.
I get
'cause
you get the stop. Okay,
This
you're
is
like,
true,
okay,
but
then
the
Tom
Bengals
Brady.
defense-
Then let's talk about Tom Brady. Let's
Right.
talk about the second half in the Super Bowl where they're down 28-3?
Yeah.
And they went 34-28? That's not on Tom Brady, right? That's on the defense not allowing a
They
point in the
went
second half.
34-31.
It's a team game, guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. You
both.
give all the
So it
credit
wasn't
to
Brady.
Joe.
It wasn't
You're like,
Brady.
Joe
It
Burrow's
was Brady,
great.
too.
Burrow played
Brady
fine.
had to put points on the board.
You have to score.
The Falcons had to collapse, too.
You have to
I
have
understand
defensive
you have to
stops,
score.
and you have to convert them into points. The only way it works.
It's not like Joe Burrow went ham. I mean,
That's
he
what I'm,
scored,
that's what that's
14
my only
points in the
point.
second
Obviously, he
half.
played good. He didn't play like lights out like everybody's like, oh, Joe Burrow won the game. Like, no, you have to give credit where credit's due. And
Yeah.
that defense played.
I said they played great.
He helped win the game.
Yes.
The interception in overtime was great defensive play.
But the Bengals defense won the game.
When they were down,
Evan McPherson won the game.
they were up 3. The Bengals were up 3 points, and Kansas City had first and goal from the 5-yard line. They had to get 5 yards to win the game. They get 2 sacks, a forced fumble, pushed them all the way to the 27-yard line. Without those 2 plays, the Chiefs win.
Correct.
Then let's talk about overtime rules. A week earlier, everybody was
It was
freaking
the
out.
same scenario. Do you see Joe Burrow on the sideline when they lost the coin toss?
Yeah.
It was over. He thought it was over.
No, everybody on Twitter is like, this isn't fair. Josh Allen and Joe Burrow are going to get eliminated because of the coin toss.
And Joe Burrow wouldn't have not touched the ball for 5 minutes.
So then all of a sudden, now where's the outcry on the overtime rules?
Just leave it.
No, it's that's
change the overtime rules.
they're
Change the
fine
overtime
just
rules.
the way they are.
Change
They've
the
already
overtime
made the
rules.
changes.
Why
They're
would we change
perfectly
the
fine.
overtime
Play another quarter. Play a 10-minute quarter.
No, leave it.
Yeah, play
Leave
a 10-minute
it.
quarter.
Because this is the whole thing.
If
It's a
you
team
can't-
game.
I
You
want
have to have
triple
defense.
overtime, baby.
This isn't college. You're a professional. Get a stop. It's a team game.
Right.
The defense has to make a stop.
And
Or
if they kick a
that's-
field goal, you get a chance
Yeah,
to freaking
if you
tie
hold them
it.
to not, if you don't let them go 80, 75 yards and get a touchdown, then you get the ball. But
Right.
it's a team game. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, no.
I guess our defense sucks.
I'm voting,
so
yeah.
You don't
Just
think both
leave it.
teams should get the ball?
No. If you
No.
they get the ball, if you hold them to a field goal, I thought that change was warranted. Like I
Okay.
hated the rule where they went down and kicked the field goal, game's over.
No, that was stupid.
That
Yeah,
was
that
dumb.
was dumb.
Now touchdown ends it,
But if you give up a touchdown because it is a team game, you
lose.
You
Right.
lose. Period.
leave it. Don't touch it. I like it.
I think we change it.
But yeah, then the other thing, second half, obviously, the Bengals proved me wrong for sure. I was definitely wrong. I've been doubting this team all year. Every week, I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
trust their
know.
defense. I don't trust
Their defense was bad for a stretch of time. You were right about it. But now they're better.
Oh, yeah. Then they were bad the first quarter and a half of that game.
Yeah.
Brutal. I was like, dude, they're going to
it was
wipe
21.
out.
It was 20
21-3 in the
yeah.
first quarter or something like that. It's brutal.
Wiped out.
But
Well, I wonder what the Bengals money line was when it was 21-3.
800.
Plus 800 at
Plus
21-3 in the first. That wasn't even worth betting, I don't think. I thought it would
In the
be more
first
than
quarter,
that.
I think it was 800.
Yeah,
Had
you
to
would
be
have
more
thought
than
it had
that.
been more.
21-3?
Unless it might have been 21-10 when it was 800.
Oh, okay.
No, I texted Kevin in Vegas when the Bucks were down 28-3. Dude, they were only they're like 12-1. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Hey,
it
they
sounds great,
almost
though.
did it though.
They
Well,
almost
that's Tom Brady.
But I'm like 12-1. I feel like
Right.
it should be like 30-1 right now. There's like 5 minutes left in the third
Yeah,
quarter.
I was thinking Burrow down 21-3 in the first quarter. It was going to be like plus 22.
I wonder if Joe Burrow felt disrespected if he saw that line and then saw Tom Brady's line. Like, would
No,
he feel
he probably-
disrespected?
Joe Cool doesn't get frustrated, buddy.
But yeah, huge sacks by the defense. Cool win for the Bengals though. I've
big
been
win.
saying it
That's
about
a
this
big win.
This bullshit narrative that Allen and Mahomes are the next Brady Manning.
Dude, did you see the argument I got in on all those comments?
No, I got an argument.
Some
about
guy
that.
was like, Allen versus Mahomes is the next Brady versus Manning, and
Yeah,
this
everybody
is-
said
So
that.
this is before the Chiefs game.
Yeah,
I commented.
this
I was
was
like,
yeah.
I was like, Joe Burrow might have something to say about that. And then so Burrow comes back in Arrowhead again and beats Mahomes again. So I go back on there and it's a little emoji like, sorry. This
told
guy
you.
erupts in anger, bro. I go ahead and put Mahomes down as gone and out of Kansas City in 3 years, buddy.
No,
He goes, what do you mean? I go, since he signed the contract, all he's done is lose a Super Bowl, not get to the Super Bowl, and not get to the Super Bowl. Like, come on.
Well, no, it's just that was the
At
same
least he's
argument.
been to the title games.
The same argument I had was Allen. Okay, Allen Mahomes, they're phenomenal.
Great
But
player.
Burrow, obviously,
Herbert's
I
right
said
there.
this before this game happened too.
He's
You got
different.
Burrow. Don't forget Justin Herbert. You guys,
Those
people
two,
forget.
those two are I think those two are going to be more.
No.
have more longevity than Josh Allen.
I think all four of them are great.
Yeah.
And then I'll even put Lamar Jackson in there. Obviously, not there as a quarterback throwing the ball, but he's a playmaker.
Well, I don't know.
like-
Did you see what Tom Brady said about him?
yeah, but I'm saying
did that throw you for a whirl?
not really.
I was like, that's.
But think about if Aaron Rodgers comes to Denver, then what? Now you got Aaron
What if
Rodgers.
Aaron
in the
Rodgers
AFC?
goes to Tampa?
Or no, I'm saying in the AFC because they're saying Brady Manning. What if Aaron Rodgers comes next year? Now you got him to deal with. Like,
Yeah.
I think people are spoiled the fact that Tom Brady kept getting to Super Bowls, but even him had a
You know what the-
7-8 year span where he didn't go to a Super Bowl. Like Mahomes has been spoiled. He might not ever get there again.
But this team,
Think about the money.
team, he walked into a great situation. That team is stacked.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem is
Tyreek
everybody's
Hill's
going to
get-
be compared to Tom Brady, though.
Well,
I mean, they're going to
obviously.
always live in
Yeah.
that shadow. So,
Unless
I mean,
you
if
go
you're
out-
a great quarterback,
unless-
you're going to be the second coming
Unless
of
you
Tom
go
Brady.
out and
but
you win like 4 Super Bowls in your
You
first
gotta
10
be
seasons, then
realistic.
they're going to
And
start talking.
That's
reality
that's kind
is-
of the whole point. Like,
Right.
Mahomes is gonna. Tom Brady had some bad offensive, not bad. He had Deion Branch, and
Right.
he made everybody better. Once
always-
Tyreek Hill's gone and once Kelsey's gone, what's Mahomes going to do?
'Cause they can't
Is he
pay
just
both those guys.
Is he just going to keep it moving? What's Andy Reid's not going to last forever.
Exactly.
He's not going to last like Belichick did the whole career.
Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of especially the fans are like, oh, we're going to be in the Super Bowl running every year. It's like, dude.
No, I don't think you are because check this out. What if Aaron Rodgers ends up in Oakland? That division's going to have Herbert, Rodgers,
What's
Mahomes.
He's just hanging out in Oakland.
I mean, in Las Vegas for the Raiders.
So
My
it's-
bad.
I know.
But you know what I mean? In that division, Mahomes going to have
Well, that's what he
They're
said.
not going to be spoiled.
Herbert.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You'll have Rodgers, Herbert, Mahomes.
Even without Rodgers, you got
Or Rodgers goes to Denver, same division.
Even without Rodgers, you still got Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, all those guys. Like I just think people are they want the next Brady Manning, but I think you might get the next imagine those 4 quarterbacks.
It might be Allen and Burrow as the next Brady and Manning.
There is not going to be another Brady Manning. That's kind of my point. I think these next 4 quarterbacks are going to be monsters for the next 10 years. It's going to be fun to watch for sure. All right, 49ers, Rams. I'm not going to say a ton on this. Another heartbreaking loss. Another 10-point lead blown in the fourth quarter of a title game.
Kyle Shanahan has done this over and over.
Well, let's be honest. No one thought this team would make it this far, so I think it's a successful season.
But they were. They were.
And the Jimmy G era is probably over.
They already turned the sheet on him, which is crazy to me. But
all the Jimmy G haters were eating it up, saying it was obviously the last interception was terrible looking.
It looked bad, but it's third. He doesn't want to have a 4th and 20. He's trying to make a play. It hits Hasty in his hands.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
The problem with this game, look, you tell me Jimmy G goes 16 of 30, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You think win?
No doubt.
You're thinking win.
You give me that,
and it was there. It was within grasp. I know, and that's a win in my book, and that's within grasp. They have a 10-point lead,
and the problem is they couldn't run the ball.
They could not run the ball.
That hurts.
20 carries for 50 yards,
and that's what killed the Niners. They couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, the defense played okay until they turned over Stafford. They played decent, but down the stretch,
kept the Rams at 20 points.
Cooper Kupp
is an animal.
Yeah,
dude,
what are we doing?
Unguardable.
I don't.
I'm like, how's this dude wide open? And then they go back and show the play, and he's running 30 yards to catch a 10-yard reception.
Yeah,
and unguardable. Nobody can stay with him that long.
If that dude stays healthy throughout his career, it's going to be crazy. Dude's that good.
Yeah, if he gets after Stafford's done, if he gets another good quarterback. I mean,
does he stay in LA the whole time?
Who?
Kupp.
Probably. I mean, he's been in the league. How many years? Has he 4th or 5th year?
Third?
That's
4th?
it?
Yeah, he's young.
I feel like he's been in the league a little bit.
No, I think he's like 6 year.
5. I think it's like 5 or 6.
He was
no shit.
Yeah, I think he's just a late bloomer. I know he played at what?
Eastern Washington or something like that?
Well, he was hurt his entire second season. Or second year.
I think it's like his 4th or 5th.
He's been here.
But
we called it, though, at the beginning of the year. As soon as they got Stafford.
That team next season
as soon as they got Stafford, we all said they're all in.
They're going to be even better next year on offense with Robert Woods, a.k.a. Bobby Trees comes back.
They're talking about Beckham leaving. Who knows?
I don't think he leaves, though. I think they bring him back, right?
Well, I mean, there's a salary cap. I don't know how much they're going to have to pay.
Well, they're not going to be in the Saints situation where they're $75 million over and don't have a quarterback.
That's a brutal situation.
I wouldn't have took that head coaching job. You're instantly going to get fired there.
But yeah, Trey Lance is upon us unless somehow we pull Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how that would happen, but
you'd have to deal Trey Lance with that.
And I still think Trey Lance will be fine for the offense they run as long as he can.
If they run the ball,
it's gonna be the same situation. I think they'll be a decent team. I think they'll make the playoffs, but what's the ceiling? We don't know until we see more.
Right.
All right. Anything else in the NFL world you guys want to talk about? I know you want to mention.
Let's talk about Alvin Kamara doing the happy dance on some dude's head in Vegas 5 minutes after the Pro Bowl.
You can lead it on this.
I don't even know. It's wild. What is he thinking?
Vegas just does something to you.
Dude, it's probably the worst idea of the
Vegas,
owners.
though?
It's Vegas.
Yeah, but look at all the players. Every player that ends up out there for more than 2 days gets arrested. You're giving a bunch of young 20-year-olds millions of dollars.
I feel like you could do research and look at every NFL team and where their city's located. It's probably the same, but it's a little more
what do you mean? Henry Ruggs, Damon Arnett, those are just Raiders
I'm
players.
Just saying that this year, obviously, it's a little more inflated.
Kamara's out there getting arrested.
Yeah, I don't know,
dude. It's wild.
I'm not saying Vegas.
And why is Kamara starting brawls in nightclubs at 5:50 p.m.?
Yeah, you said it was like dinner time?
Dude, it was like 10 minutes after the Pro Bowl ended. They went straight there and just started beating this guy up for some reason.
But do you know the details? Like why?
The thing I read, the guy was waiting for the elevator and he tried to get on and Kamara stopped him. And then a fight broke out. And then Kamara lied to the cops and said he saw the fight break out.
There's got to have elevator footage.
Yeah, they got the video.
The police say it's
bad.
Obvious that Kamara did it.
Yeah.
Started it.
Like and he lied to the cops and said that he saw the fight break out and he thought the guy did something to his friend, so he intervened.
He's got
so he's already screwed.
He's got a court date on March 8th.
He's facing 5 years of felony.
1 to 5 years in prison.
Saints are probably in the midst of cutting this guy.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Worst
What
comparison,
about
though.
the hiring in 5? What about Brian Flores, Lovie Smith getting
Brian
hired?
Flores goes
That shit's a
unhired.
debacle.
Well, he shouldn't have sued the NFL if he wanted a job. I'm not going to go sue my employer and then try and get my job back.
Yeah, the allegations are pretty wild.
Hugh Jackson backtracked. Now all of a sudden, he didn't get paid to lose games.
How you backtrack? Why did you say that?
Because he wants his job.
Well,
in the
he's
NFL.
never get. He went. No, he's not. He's just trying to say I went 1-15 so I can get paid, and then
He's saying it was lucrative for me to not win games. Now he's backtracking. He said he was never paid to lose games.
They didn't even have a good roster. I don't understand why you would even like.
Well, my thing.
You wouldn't even have to offer money because they're going to lose anyway.
Time out.
Exactly.
Let's talk about how dumb the Dolphins owner is. First of all, he giving Brian Flores $100K to lose games. Adam Gase was doing it for free the year before.
Yeah.
Why'd you fire him if you were planning on losing? And this guy's the best in the world at it.
I don't know.
You bring in Brian Flores, all of a sudden a great coach. He's winning games. Hey, bro, I need you to lose. I'm gonna give you $100K. Why didn't you just leave Adam Gase there and lose him for free?
I don't.
Makes zero sense.
I don't get, and then I don't get how. I understand the Texans were going to hire Josh McCown or something, and then
They said it was down to Josh McCown and Brian Flores, and then all of a sudden Lovie Smith the next day is back in the mix and he's hired. Let's talk about Lovie Smith's record over the last 10 years.
Well, yeah, he had the two.
How did that guy even get hired?
He had 2 or 3
How does
years.
he have a job?
He had 2 or 3 years. He took the Bears to the Super Bowl back in
With Rex Grossman.
But
Sexy Rex, he did.
But they had Devin Hester had like 10 kickoff returns for touchdowns that year.
He had
And their
one to
defense
open the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl. He took it to the house. That was the first Super Bowl.
I think that's probably Lovie Smith's last
wild.
win. He lost that game too, by the way.
But yeah, so he had those 3 seasons where he went to Super Bowl, and then I think he went like 11-5, whatever.
Yeah, Jay.
That team
Then
was stacked, though.
Then
Yeah,
they
Jay
fell
Cutler,
off,
baby.
Then they fell off the map. He goes for years. I think he had like a 50% win percentage with the Bears over this course of his 8 years. Then he goes to Tampa
As a defensive coordinator.
and they go like 4-20.
40th out of 32 ranked defense in football.
Terrible. Then he goes to Illinois and goes 10-33. I think it was. I'm not.
Now he's
I'm
a
just
head coach,
out there.
dude.
Now he gets another
Yeah.
job.
It's like
I don't
Adam
understand
Gase.
this.
It's like Adam Gase.
Help me understand.
Finding head jobs, all head coaching
But
jobs.
Brian
all the time.
Flores,
Do you know he's got a better record than all of the other coaches over the last 2 seasons that were hired in the last 2 years with him?
Like
and
what-
they all still have their jobs. He's the only one that got let go. He's 19-14.
where's Eric Bieniemy? How did he not get? I don't.
There
Want to
must
know why
be
Eric
something
Bieniemy
going
doesn't
on.
have a job? I'm going to tell you right now. Everybody's so high on
Andy
Eric
Reid?
Bieniemy as this
I'm just
offensive
saying,
coordinator genius. You want to know why? He doesn't call plays. It's not his offense. What's he doing? He's an offensive coordinator, but he doesn't call the offensive plays, and it's not his offense.
Well, that's like Mike, the guy that just got hired out of San Francisco.
Me and you could be Eric Bieniemy tomorrow. Do you know that? Andy Reid's going to do our whole job for us.
Yeah.
He calls the plays. It's his offense.
still
Eric
learn-
Bieniemy's just
but-
sitting up there in the booth like, oh, yeah, this might work. And he
He's
goes, now
still-
we're going to run this.
He's still learning from Reed. Like I'm sure he watches the play. It's not like he's
That's
just
why he's
drinking
not a head
beer.
coach.
That's not why he's not just drinking beer up in the press box. Getting
But he's
paid.
not. Yeah, but he's not making offensive play calls,
Right.
and he's not running an offense that he designed.
Oh, I mean, I could.
It's not like he doesn't know the scheme, though. He
That's
has to
fine. He
know
knows the scheme, but it's not his. What's he going to take Andy Reid's scheme to
mean,
the
come
next head
on.
coaching job? No.
Plus,
I mean, if you're watching the scheme for years and years and years,
That's cool.
you got to pick up
Yeah.
certain
All right,
things.
so Josh McDaniels is going to be the greatest head coach of all time because
Not
he's been
saying
watching
that,
Belichick
well,
for 10 years. Stop. Not
plus,
happening.
We had
Plus,
Tom Brady.
plus, it's pretty easy. Not easy, but if you've been around football long enough, I feel like it's pretty convenient that you have Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Kelsey to call
Correct.
plays for,
Oh, yeah.
and Hardman and all these weapons. You know what I mean? But at the same time, what's Lovie Smith going to do with the Houston Texans?
But hopefully not play defense because he sucks at that.
No, he's good at defense.
No, he's not.
He had
Tampa was like 3-30, bro. Stop.
But it still, but depends on your roster. He was a defensive coach, is what
Right.
with
I get what his
Chicago.
defensive-minded head coach, but that's the wrong thing to hire in the NFL nowadays.
That's what I'm. That's my
Everything
whole
is
point.
geared towards not touching quarterbacks and wide receivers.
They better get a good OC. Well, I mean, they're not going to be relevant anyway. So
No. They probably still hire Josh McCown as offensive coordinator. It's probably their only saving grace to win 2 games next year.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name they're looking at. I don't know.
It's not Eric Bieniemy.
No,
He doesn't
All
have
right,
his own playbook.
let's get into big UFC card. I mentioned it earlier.
Whitaker
with one of the prop bets.
Freaking Adesanya.
Adesanya Whitaker. Izzy's minus 280. I think it's kind of pricey. I do love Izzy though. Whitaker's plus 225.
That's a good bet.
21-1. Izzy's never lost in this division. He lost to Jan in the upper division.
Yeah, but he also lost to Alex Perez, or not, the dude that just joined UFC. He lost to him and he got knocked out by him in Muay Thai.
Yeah, but yeah,
In ONE FC, I
nah,
think it was.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really say much. Whitaker's won, 3 straight since losing to Izzy. He beat Gaslam, Till, and Cannonier.
Whitaker's the second best fighter in this division.
Yeah, I feel like the bet probably should be on Whitaker.
If at plus that money,
plus
it's not worth
225.
betting Adesanya at minus 280.
Yeah,
especially against a guy like Whitaker.
Yeah, I'd probably go Whitaker 225. The next fight, obviously, is the one to watch. Do you got any take on it? Have you watched those guys fight?
No, I mean, I've watched Adesanya fight.
He's great.
Lewis and
that's the fight I want to watch the most.
It's going to last like 38 seconds.
Lewis,
I hope this isn't one of those Lewis and Ngannou.
That's the fear, right? When this happens,
it can't because it'll ruin both these guys. They're both gone after that.
I mean, Lewis has won 5 out of 6. His loss was to Gon, which we all watched. Gon. I mean, he lost to Ngannou, but Gon's a beast. But Tui's won 4 straight knockouts.
Yeah,
Hardy. This is a step up. He beat Augusto Sakai.
He beat Hardy.
That one was brutal. I remember watching that one.
This fight shouldn't go over 2 rounds.
No, it shouldn't go over 35 seconds.
No, it'll be. They'll feel each other out. Yeah. That's what happened with the last Tuivasa fight when he fought Augusto Sakai. It got into the second round. I was kind of shocked about that, but then he finished him.
That's going to be an exciting fight, though.
I feel like it goes late first, early second. I don't think it's going to come out and end super quick because Lewis kind of just waits for him.
Right.
And Tuivasa kind of
feels you out. He's a counterpuncher.
I think they both. I feel like the first round could be kind of boring.
Yeah.
But the last minute and a half, we could see a knockout, or the second round. I don't think it gets to the third. So the 1.5 to me is kind of questionable. I'd probably take Lewis. I think it's kind of a step up in competition for Ty.
Tui?
Yeah, I mean he's bought the best.
Well, the heavyweight division is kind of like a
top loaded.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, and then everybody else kind of the same.
Yeah. So I would take Derek Lewis minus 180. Maybe a prop bet like Lewis by KO was probably pay a little bit. It's probably like minus 180 still. It's the same payout. Yeah. Lewis by submission, that'd be wild, huh?
If this is a submission victory, nobody in the world makes money.
Well, I mean, unless
on prop bets
bet
wise. On prop bet wise, I'm saying. Nobody's betting on prop.
Might throw $1 on it. All right. The next fight is pretty good, too. Cannonier and Derek Brunson.
It's a big fight for light heavyweight here.
Dude, Brunson's been on a tear.
Yes, he has.
5 in a row since. So he lost to Izzy in 2018. Then he beat Till, Holland, Shabazian, and Ian Heinisch.
Ian's good, too.
All those guys are pretty good. I feel like Till kind of fell off. Holland. He's up and down. Shabazian was the next big thing.
Remember, he was undefeated.
Yeah, he was like ranked top 5.
Yeah. He lost. I think he lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, and then obviously Cannonier 14-5. He's 4 out of his last 5. His only loss was to Whitaker. I don't know who to take in this fight. Who would you go? Brunson's a big plus 145. I like Cannonier though from what I've seen of him.
I like probably Cannonier to win the fight too. It's good.
Bobby Green and Nasrat.
That's the fight I want to. That's the one I like.
Like I feel the line's weird to me on this.
Bobby Green is like 1 and 2 in his last 3, but one of those was a really bad decision against him. He won the fight.
Yeah. He's 4 and 4.
He just beat Ali Quinta though.
Yeah, he's 4 and 4 in his last 8,
and he knocked Ali Quinta out in the first round, which nobody does.
So he's 4 and 4 in his last 8. Right. 7 of them are decisions. And the knockout against Iaquinta.
First round against Iaquinta.
But he's minus 140.
He wins this fight.
That doesn't make sense to me.
He wins the fight.
And then Akbarat's 13 and 4, but he's 2 and 2 in his last 4. He lost to Dober and Hooker though.
Those are
2 good fighters. So the line does not make sense to me. So I think I'm going to take Bobby Green just because if the line doesn't make sense, usually I bet you people are hammering the plus 120, especially with those records. And then the rest of the card, the rest of the card's fine.
Yeah, Alex Perez on the card.
Kyler Phillips is minus 400. That Casey O'Neill is savage too.
Arlovsky's fighting.
Nah.
You don't like Arlovsky? I love
he's
that
like
dude.
100.
Yeah,
but he's still good.
Every time he's been winning fights lately, actually.
Drew Dobson,
William Knight, yeah, but yeah, the main card's pretty good. Modafari's last fight, right? She's retiring.
She says she is.
She
I don't think she'll retire from. I think she'll retire from MMA. She's still going to do jiu-jitsu tournaments and stuff. I know that she's big in those.
Yep. All right,
that should be good.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
Let's go Bengals, dude.
Let's go Bengals.
Joey Cool, dude.
Evan McPherson from 60 to win.
How big of a chain does Joey B wear in?
3-0 final score.
How big is the chain Joey B is going to
Do you remember that?
Wearing?
I don't know. Do you remember that game? Was the Bucks-Rams game? Remember how boring that game was?
Yeah, the first 2.5 quarters.
Remember it was like 3-3, at halftime or 6-0 or
Something weird.
Yeah.
Nobody scored until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I had a first touchdown bet, and it lasted all the way to the fourth quarter. I was furious.
Did you win it, though?
No.
Oh, no.
I can't remember who I had, but it was not Gronk because he was the one that scored.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready for March Madness, by the way?
I'm ready. We'll be so we'll be doing
we're going to talk about that next week or two?
next week. So yeah, that's it for this week's show. Next week we're getting NBA. We'll do All-Star Weekend. We'll do second half predictions of what we've
You're ready
seen
for March.
I haven't paid a ton of attention to the NBA, but I'll dive into it this week. We'll talk the trade deadline, and then probably the week after that, maybe we'll take a week off, then get into March Madness.
Then we're going to hit Vegas. We're going to vlog Vegas for our
might.
fans. We're vlogging Vegas for the fans, all the bets.
I ain't vlogging nothing.
Yeah, we are.
No,
We're going hard.
You can vlog.
All
right.
Live on Instagram.
All right, we'll see you guys next week for
Pat,
the
praying in front
NBA.
of the TV.
I'm not praying later.